Hello friends, welcome back to your channel Life Coach for India. I am your coach and friend Gautam Kumar. Today's topic is reacting versus responding. Should we react to a situation or respond to a situation? So let's jump to the topic. What is the difference between reaction and response? A reaction is typically a defense mechanism which is emotion driven, quick, without much thought, tense and aggressive. A response is a thought out, calm and non-threatening action that leads to resolution. So in a situation, if the situation controls us, then what comes out is a reaction. And if we control the situation, then what comes out is a response. Or in other words, during a situation, if we give the power to our emotion, then the outcome will be a reaction. But if we take over the power from emotion and take the power in our hand, then what comes out is a response. It's like we all have an irritating person in our life. But if you think properly, is that person really irritating, or we get irritated when we see that person? So it is not that person, but it is our reaction to that person. So whenever we see that person, we come across that person, we start getting irritated. But if we try to understand the problem behind it, if we try to resolve the problem behind it, then we will not get irritated by that person and the outcome will be our response. Now let's try to understand this with an example. Example of an office setup. Your co-worker, your subordinate or your superior, they say something to you which triggers an emotion. It could be in a meeting or via an email. Now what happens in next few seconds will determine the difference between a reaction and a response. Someone who is reacting will immediately give a reply without giving a thought, without understanding the real situation behind it, just because they want to defend themselves or they are irritated because of that situation or that person. But there are high chances of a very negative and destructive outcome. On the other hand, a person who responds to the situation thinks about the situation, takes a walk, thinks about an appropriate way to respond to that situation, and do so when the emotion have died down. A very, very important point. When the emotion have died down, they don't respond till they are emotionally affected by that situation. And the outcome is that they are able to resolve the situation quickly. Have you guys ever given a thought that why do we usually react to a situation and not respond to a situation? I'll tell you guys. It is usually connected to our egos. And it is so sad that nowadays it is considered that if you don't react at the very same moment, you are a weak person. You don't have power. All that is in our mind. That's not the truth. You don't become weak if you don't react there and then. If someone is saying something to you, don't have to say something back there and then. You can think about what to say. You can think about the right time and the right opportunity to get back to that person if you really want to. What smart people do, they face a situation, they take the situation with them, they give it time, they work on it, they think about it, and then they come up with a plan to get back to the situation and solve the situation. That is called responding, rather than panicking and reacting to the situation when it happens to us. Reaction is quick, responses takes time. Reaction is emotion filled, response removes all the emotion. Reaction is often aggressive, response allows for assertiveness without aggression. Reaction turns into unnecessary and prolonged period of discontent and disagreement. Response resolves conflicts quickly. I will share a very simple example which someone shared with me a few years back, which helped me understand a difference between a response and a reaction, and every time I come across a situation, this example helps me get to that mode of not reacting but responding. That person took a can of a soda in his hand and a water bottle. and he shook both the bottles, the bottle and the can, and he asked me to open the soda can. I didn't open it because I know what's going to happen. If I open the soda can, everything will come out, everything will fall outside. Then he asked me to open the bottle. I did, because I know doesn't matter how much I shake the bottle, the water will not flow out like a soda can. Then I asked him, why did you do this? He said, see, the situation both the can and the bottle went through was same, that you shook both of them. But what happened to a can is connected to reaction, and what happened to a bottle of water is connected to a response. So always try to remember this example every time you come across a situation where you feel like reacting. Just remember that you don't have to be a soda can, that you just react and fizz out and just say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do, and then regret for a long time. Be a water bottle, okay? Don't react, but try to think out the situation, try to understand what has actually happened, try to not look at the person but the situation what has happened, and then try to respond. This has helped me a lot in my life by tackling many big and small situations, by not reacting but responding to the situations. And I would like you guys also to keep in mind to respond and not to react. This is your coach Gautam Kumar signing out till the next video. In the next video, I'm coming up with a solution which has helped me, a formula which has helped me to not react but respond. I'll be sharing that formula with you guys. Till then, bye bye, take care.